Hi guys, welcome back. Today we'll be continuing our rating climb series. Last time we stopped at around 1900. We did achieve 1900, but we could not maintain it, so we have reduced a bit. We'll be trying to go back to 1900 in this video, so let's go ahead and try. So we'll just start the game right now, and like as always, it will be 10 plus 5. Okay, so the game has started. We have the white pieces this game. Let's play d4. Knight f6. So let's go ahead with c4. Yeah, black has a number of openings. You can play, okay, e5. This is somewhat the England gambit, I think, right? So if I take, yeah, knight is attacked. I think the idea is knight g4 and then somehow queen h4. But like, if I take, you go there, I put my knight on f3, you put your bishop on c5. Okay, so take knight g4, knight f3. Is there anything else? No, I think bishop c5 is the only threat, and then I play e3. Um, hmm, I don't really understand the idea behind this, but let's go ahead and take. So we're attacking the knight. He has only four options. Well, there is a fifth option because it is a check. Okay, as expected. Now let's go knight f3. Although I'm pretty sure that's what our opponent expects us to play, because I think I've seen lines like this in like previous master games, but I don't exactly remember the variations. So here we can take, I don't think h3, because like 95. Oh, but 95 d5, and then we just trade off queens. Yeah, and then I play knight to c3, and then bishop d2, and then long castle, and then I move the bishop with a discovered check. Yeah, and then I play g3 bg2 later. Yeah, e4 f4, looking good. But is there any downside? No, I don't think so. Because this, there is no idea with the bishop c5 anymore. In fact, the bishop can't do anything right now until the pawn moves. So let's go h3. Now you have to either take. I mean, like, you have to take, but like, okay, now take, because like that extra pawn would be bad anyway. It's an e pawn. I mean, it is a central part. It would actually be good, but like the both the bishops, if take, bishop takes, this bishop is ready to come out, and then knight c6 is next, castling. This is pretty much like that other opening uh that happened in the I think it was like 1700 to 1800 video, um where our opponent just gave up the d and c pawns. So like, let's go for it. Yeah, and here we can give a check, but after f6 we're just helping him get a better pawn structure. Let's develop our knight first. As I said, it's very expected. Hmm, what to play? Like, bd2 would be nice, but here's an interesting thing. Now we can go bg5, because yes, f6, our bishop is attacked, but we don't have to move the bishop, because we have long castle and our rook is giving a check. Then the next move we can move our bishop. So Do we want to go for that? Hmm. That does look good, but I don't want to go helping my opponents. Next, I want to play g3, bg2. I really like Fianchetov bishops. They're like the most powerful bishops. Now we long castle. Yeah, now our c4 pawn is a little weak, but it's okay. We can play a3, e3, sorry, and defend. Then I guess be2, connect our rooks. Oh, but e3 locks our bishop in. Never mind. We need to think of it. But since knight is coming to d4, oh, maybe bishop moves, double check. Wait a second. Oh, ooh. If black does not develop the bishop, if he tries going after this pawn or anything like that, like if he moves his knight, this move, okay. I was hoping for something else, but it's alright, I guess. So basically, back here, if somehow we could force black's knight to move, we could play bg5 check. It's a double check. So you have to move the king because there's no way to block both of them at once. So you have to go to e8, and then that would have been mate with the bishop defending. But he moved the bishop and he attacked that pawn as well. So I'll say b3. b3 is a good option. What can we play? You know what? Let's actually go for b3. The queens are traded off. No need to panic a lot. Next, I guess we can go knight to b5. Try to put a little pressure on c7. But if we can deflect the knight, there is still a nice idea. If we deflect the knight, bf4, discover check with the rook, we can get a pawn. Okay. But our knight will be hanging, so that's the sad part. So we have to save our knight. If we want to move our bishop, that is. So let's play king b2. That way the bishop cannot go to a3. Nice. Now I want to go e4. That looks like an incredible move. It stops bishop from going to f5. It opens up our bishop. It looks amazing, but I think that it is taking away a key square of our knight. Okay, but our knight is no longer there now. Do we take it with the king or the bishop? Because I see an idea to pick up that pawn with a discover check. So I really do want to take it with the king. Besides, no harm done, right? I guess. If there's trouble, we can always just move back. Now g4 bg2. And g4 bg2, right? Yeah. g4 bg2, just like stop bishop f5. And you can't exactly play h. Okay, no, you can. Never mind. f5 would also be good. Just the thing is, I have bishop g5 check, and like, you lose the rook. So no f5, h5 is there. I'll be playing like bg2. Then you take. Okay, battery. Okay. If I put my bishop there, you bring your other rook. Yeah, I take your knight, you take it. Actually, we'll. Okay, yeah. Mm, actually, if I take your knight, you take my bishop. I take your rook, you take my rook. I save my king, and you just take a pawn, so you don't actually have to take it back. So, mm, if I go bg2 and you make a battery, I have to play king c1. But then there's. Okay, no, you can't play that. So, but it's not exactly safe either. So I'll play e3 to stop knight d4, and the bishop is already stopping knight b4. So d4 and b4 will be controlled. Nice. Now I'm thinking of ideas like this. So does g5 work? So g5, f5. Actually, g5, black doesn't have to do anything because if take, take. So let's play e3. Now e3 also allows us to play f4, but anyways, we can also go king c2, but I don't want to risk it with bishop f7 and g6. So we play king c1. Now king c3 was also another option, but that would have been a little too dangerous. And now that's a check. Black just blundered a piece. And now here's the thing. Okay, of course, black resigned. But here's the thing in this position. Even if you do move the king, I will not trade the rooks. I will just play bg2 and let you take and trade off both sets of rooks. That way my bishop will also be active. Anyway, let's go ahead and analyze this game. Analyzing your games is the key to improvement. So let's see what happened. Okay, as you can see, the game was very equal most of the time. I made 2 inaccuracies, my opponent made 1 inaccuracy and 1 blunder. But I have to say my opponent played really well. So let's see. Yeah, Alish, this is known as the Indian defense. Okay. It says like it says right here is the Indian defense, Budapest defense. So I'll go check it out later to make sure. Anyway, yeah, here h3 was inaccuracy. Okay, we should have just played bg5. Oh, wait, I didn't see that. No, I was like, okay, if we play that, just like f6. No, but like, okay, I was just having tunnel vision. So never mind that. h3, knight takes. Knight takes was bad. Apparently, we should just continue developing. Oh yeah, let the inequalities remain. Our pawn structure is 4v3. It's like 4v3 here, and then it's a 4v3 here. So just let the inequalities remain. Anyway, the game was very intense. My pawn structure on the queen side became a little weird. Black's pawn structure on the other hand was very solid. But this one knight b4 move was bad. Yeah, here e4 was better. Actually, that was one of the reasons I didn't play king c3. I was thinking e4 looks a little dangerous because like knight e5 followed by knight d3, that's a perfect outpost for the knight. So that's the reason I went king c1. But black could still play e4 and continue with that idea. Because d3 would be a really strong outpost. You give a check, you attack f2. It's a really strong outpost. About solidifying it though, yeah, I guess after bg2 you can play like f5 and like try to maintain it. And if I wanted to get rid of that, I would have to like completely ruin my pawn structure first. And also your bishop would have like full access to my king side. Oh wait, no. This is the queen side and this is the king side, right? Okay. I got a little confused because I castle queen side. Okay, the bishop would have full control of like where my king can go, and this position overall very scary for white. And black still has this idea, in fact, because the bishop is defending it now. Black still has the idea. So that's how, if you have an idea, you can always stick to it. There are always chances of you fulfilling that idea. Anyway, the game was really nice. It was really intense. I really enjoyed it. So, hope you enjoyed it too. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you there.